Seems legit. Hello Legitimates and welcome back to my channel. Today I have decided to finally use my laser for a sewing related project. So I wanted to make a whole bunch of these. This is the Pocket Pal by Lynn's Handmade. I will put a link to the design of the pattern below. But what I decided to do, I know a lot of people cut these on like their Cricut or Scan and Cut. I've never had a lot of luck cutting leather. So I decided instead to use my laser to make acrylic templates. This was actually surprisingly easy. A lot of people that have smaller designs will actually include an SVG file in their pattern when you purchase it. I actually made this out of the PDF. I'm not going into how I did that today, but I just thought I'd show you how this came up. Now, because most of my acrylics, I have a template guy who does all my templates, but because this is not actually my pattern, I did not contact him to do that because I did it myself. These will not be on offer, but they are just really, really cool. So the other thing I did was I made this bigger so that I can mark the line. And I made this bigger as well so I can get a pen in there. But I think it come out really, really cool. So I probably should have made them all the same color, but it was kind of more fun to have the outside one color and the lining another color. So if you want to see how I've made these, please stay tuned. Okay, so I've loaded my design into the Lightburn program. I love Lightburn. I just find it amazing and easy and wonderful. So what I'm going to do here is there's a little thing in my hand, so I'm going to put the piece of acrylic underneath it, and then you just line up the thing in the back, see that little metal thing, and then you can just adjust it down so it sits on top, and then you tighten the screws on each side, and that holds everything in place. So I'm just lining it up, making sure that I'm absolutely going to get it on the acrylic. I do that a couple of times. Now, it went a little bit of a weird color. I've actually put the camera inside of the box and then zipped it down around it to try and suck as most of that, those fumes that you can see coming out, and then they get sucked outside. My husband did a very cool little setup for me. So I did 5 passes because I just wasn't sure how many was going to be enough. We are only going to be doing the orange today. I did the green off camera, but it is the same process. So I've done 3 millimeters a second with 100% power, and it goes around 5 times. So in total, this did take about an hour and 14 minutes, I think the recording went for, but that includes my lining up time. So it is a bit of a slower process. I also don't have an air assist for this machine. So this is just machine all by itself and then sucking the fumes out. So if you bought this machine and you didn't want to get all the other stuff, you could just put it outside and then the air and the breeze would just blow all the fumes away. I did used to have that, but my husband has upgraded me, which is lovely of him. So as you can see, it is still going around and around. I have sped this up to about 20 times the original speed. But the outside is the biggest part. So then we just go and do all the smaller bits. And I've also made sure I left all of the markings for the press stud and for the card slots, because I can just get either a sewing awl or a like fine tip texter, and it just goes in and off it goes. So it's just now cutting out the center part. Again, it's going to do 5 and off it goes. I'll just let you watch this go. as you can see here, I've just got a little tool and I am picking up a corner of this stuff. There is a debate whether you leave this on or take it off. I personally like to leave it on. It catches all the charred bits, make sure that the top is beautiful when you do actually take it off. Apparently it just wasn't my day for peeling things off. It is a bit sticky, but it does usually release quite easily. So you do want to take this off before you start using them because that's where all the charred parts are. It also just, they look prettier. So you can engrave over this stuff as well. I could have put writing on there. I just didn't really need to. I know what the pattern pieces are for myself, so I didn't bother. I know I just have to like cut one and do all the holes. So this one's relatively simple. If I was to make more different pattern pieces, I might put some engraving and have all the stuff that we need to do. But yeah, I'm just wiping all the dust off. But I think they come out really, really cool, and I have already used them and they're fabulous. All right, till next time, guys.